Welcome to Server Pacific_OS, the most competitive PvP zone on the planet. Here we have a standard Great White Shark build. High damage, high threat, or so it thinks. Critical error. The Orca main has entered the lobby. Let's check the texture files. Zero friction skin. This isn't biology, this is wet latex engineering. See that white patch? That's a decoy. The real eye is hidden in the dark paint to prevent critical hits. And look at that smile. Charisma stat is maxed out. Do not trust this face. They don't play solo. The Orca runs a localized hive mind protocol. They've actually found a bug in the shark's code called Tonic Immobility. Flip a shark upside down, and its system literally pauses. Game over. They only want the liver. It's a legendary loot drop full of high-calorie fats. Think of them as the wolves of the scene, but with way better hardware. Scale check. 8 meters long, 6 tons. That is a school bus made of muscle. Even the Great White knows to run when the black and white jersey shows up. And their server coverage? Global, from the Arctic to the tropics. Welcome to the analysis. Let's inspect the hardware. This build is optimized for pure hydrodynamics. Vertical spinal mobility gives them that signature sine wave swimming motion. Zoom in on the fins. Look at the bones. Those are hands. Legacy code from when they walked on land. They use these pectoral fins like airplane ailerons for high-speed banking. The paint job isn't random. It's counter-shading rendering. From above, the black back blends into the deep abyss. Stealth 100. From below, the white belly masks against the sun glare. Invisible from all angles. Check the grill. Conical, interlocking teeth. Once they lock, nothing escapes. It's not a cutting bite, it's a crushing bite. Like a hydraulic press. Inside the forehead is the melon, a fatty lens that amplifies sonar. This gives them literal X-ray vision. They can see through solid objects using sound. A bat's sonar is 480p. The Orca is streaming in 8K Ultra HD. One breath at the surface gives them 15 minutes of dive time. But the real weapon is the CPU. Their paralimbic lobe is 4 times larger than a human's. Booting up a new player instance. Let's look at the spawn process. New players spawning in 3, 2, 1. Mode is set to hardcore. No respawns. First breath taken. The oxygen timer has started. The clock is now going for the rest of its life. Here's the glitch. For the first 30 days, neither the mother nor the calf sleep. At all. When they finally do rest, they use unihemispheric sleep, shutting down half the RAM while the other half stays online. The milk isn't liquid, it's basically butter. 60% fat content for maximum XP gain. They speedrun puberty, gaining 2 kilos of muscle every single hour. This isn't a democracy. It's a matriarchy. The oldest female is the guild leader. They are one of the only builds besides humans to receive the menopause update. Grandma stopped spawning so she can carry the noobs. She holds the map data. Without her, the guild gets lost in the ice. She even teaches high-risk maneuvers, like intentional beaching. High risk, high reward. The pod is a tight-knit family guild. You do not mess with the family. But being at the top has a cost. They absorb every toxin from every kill. Pure concentrated poison. And when a player disconnects, the grief protocol is heartbreakingly human. Phase 2, the physics engine. Look at the hydrodynamics. Drag coefficient is nearly 0. They cut through water like a hot knife. The skin is compliant. It ripples microscopically to cancel out turbulence. Smart materials. Wrapped in a 10-centimeter wetsuit of blubber. Armor and insulation in one. They run hot. 37 degrees Celsius core temp, even in freezing water. Using a counter-current heat exchange system to recycle body heat. Efficiency maxed. Why swim when you could fly? Jumping is actually 20% more energy efficient than swimming. It's the same physics exploit as skipping a stone. Less drag, more speed. The tail is a dual-action engine, generating thrust on the upstroke and the downstroke. Agility is S tier. They can drift underwater like a rally car. A shark turns like a truck. An orca turns like a go-kart. No contest. Need to stop? Air brakes. They flare the pecs and stop on a dime. Formation swimming utilizes the slipstream. Drafting to save stamina. Range is effectively infinite. 10,000 kilometers? Easy work. And when they hunt, they go silent. Passive sonar only. Ghosts in the water. Time for ranked PvP. Let's see how the competition handles this. They don't just hunt, they select specific loadouts for specific maps. Ice meta, beach meta, herding meta. In Antarctica, they swim in perfect sync to push a literal wall of water over the ice. Physics calculation complete. Target displaced. That is a confirmed kill. In Patagonia, they intentionally beach themselves. This is the most dangerous maneuver in the game. One wrong move, 1 inch too high, and they are perma stuck. Server disconnect. In Norway, they herd herring into massive loot balls. 50,000 units, tightly packed. Then, the AoE stun. They slap the water so hard the shockwave knocks the fish unconscious. They don't even have to hunt. They just farm XP 1 fish at a turn. But they also do raids. This is a blue whale, the biggest raid boss on the entire map. It's a pure DPS check. They take turns ramming the ribs to break bones. And the strategy? They jump on the blowhole to drown it. Brutal efficiency. Sometimes they just test the physics engine, like punting a seal 20 feet into the air for 0 reason. Their main weapon isn't teeth or speed. It's knowledge. They recognize us. They know humans are the server admins, and they never attack us. Welcome to the social server. This is where the real complexity happens. There are different factions. Residents eat fish, transients eat mammals. And they do not mix. They have names, unique call signs for every individual member. They have culture, like visiting specific beaches just to rub their bellies on the stones. Spa day. They have memes. In the 80s, one orca wore a dead salmon as a hat. Within weeks, they were all doing it. Then, the trend died, and they never did it again. They track lineage to prevent incest. They know exactly who is related to who. Genetic diversity protected. They show altruism, feeding disabled pod members who can't hunt for themselves. They play tag. They pass kelp back and forth. Just for fun. They have spindle neurons, the brain cells for social processing and empathy. More than us. That's why captivity destroys them. You put a supercomputer in a bathtub and it glitches out. System error. Recently, they started greetling sailboats, destroying the rudders. It wasn't random, it was a viral trend. One started it, the others copied it. A literal TikTok challenge for whales. Their loyalty is absolute. The guild comes first. Always. But where did this code come from? Let's rewind the server log. Check the patch notes. 50 million years ago, this was the Pacacetus, a weird little wolf rat running on version 1.0. Then, they decided to respect. They reflected all their points from lights and dumped them into Swing. Proof? They still have hip bones floating in their body. Useless vestigial loot. They moved their nostrils from the front of their face to the top of their head for optimized airflow. And here is the biggest misconception. The name killer whale is a translation error. They aren't whales, they are dolphins. Just huge, steroid-infused dolphins. In the 1800s, a pod in Australia actually formed an alliance with human whalers, the old Tom Guild. They herded whales for the humans, and in exchange, they were paid with the tug. Mercenary work. To this day, there is zero record of a wild orca ever killing a human. We are not loot. We are just content. Their sonar scans us and sees low bone density and no blubber. Trash loot. Not worth the mana cost. Now, the meta is shifting again. The Arctic ice is melting, unlocking new zones. The polar bear is being dethroned. The orca is moving in to claim the title of King of the North. Their only limiter? Hardware durability. Their teeth wear down over time, and they cannot be repaired. The verdict. Strengths: max intelligence, unbreakable teamwork, high burst damage. Weaknesses: high calorie upkeep and vulnerability to pollution. But in the current meta, they have zero counterplay. Nothing stops them. The orca isn't just S tier, they break the chart! They are playing in creative mode. They are the admins of the ocean. Case closed. This has been the Earth server. Don't forget to save your game.